Obviously, so many in the restaurant industry feel like they got a raw deal, not just because of the challenges for the industry versus other industries, but because at the end of the day, not everybody could get their hands on the same aid. And that's something you've been talking a lot about for the last year and change, basically.
Right. What was great is the federal government did respond, and they put a package together, a small business package together for restaurants. Unfortunately, only about 30% of the restaurants that applied actually received grant money. They were short of about $40 billion. And so it really puts the restaurants that didn't receive funding at a competitive disadvantage. We all had a great, it looked like December was finally starting to come around, but obviously December is always our busiest month. But with Omicron coming through, it completely just decimated the industry. People aren't going out, and it's also very difficult to staff a restaurant. I had to close one of my restaurants because I had to take the staff that was able to work and move them over to one of the other restaurants. One of the things that restaurants over the last year and a half have added a ton of debt. I mean, PPP, if it wasn't totally forgiven, is essentially debt. And so we are really hoping that Congress can get together and continue to fund the Restaurant Relief Fund and get all of the restaurants that applied funded.
Yeah, and that's not even really counting the last few weeks, Tom. Anecdotally, a friend of mine is making $98 a week now in a restaurant where he used to make hundreds because there's just no people like coming to eat. It's sort of a weird de facto lockdown here in New York City. And I'm wondering if it is a short spike, if we peak sometime in the next few weeks, what do we know about consumer habits and how they'll come back?
Well, January is historically our slowest month. And things don't start picking up again until Valentine's Day. So we're looking at maybe things starting to pick up by mid-February. That's what we're hoping for. I mean, January is going to be tough. There are a lot of people that are still sick and out. A lot of people are not going out to restaurants. Throw a snow day on top of that in New York, we're looking at a long winter.